Hi everyone, and welcome back to Arguably Speaking.
I'm Kiera,
I'm Sarah.
and we have a very special guest this evening.
I'm Matthieu. Hello.
And if you don't recognize the name, first of all, are you even a loyal listener of Arguably Speaking? We talk about Matthieu frequently because he is one of our wonderful roommates. Note to our dear listeners, this is going to be one chaotic episode. This is just going to be rough as heck. But we're gonna try our best to keep it together. There might be a blooper section at the end, because there's gonna be a heck of a lot of outtakes. But as we usually do with the beginning of our episodes, we're gonna do a little catch up. And we've got me and Sarah's catch up, and we also have a little bit of whatever Matthieu wants to share for his catch up. But would you like to start with what you've been doing recently, Sarah?
Definitely. I think we should work backwards like we usually do because can I remember what happened at the beginning of this week? No, I cannot. I will say that a lot of my catch up overlaps with Matthew's catch up just because we did spend quite a bit of time together this weekend doing fun things, so I might pass it over to you for Saturday. But my Sunday was very nice. In the evening, I can't remember what happened, but I played some frisbee. It was a night game. Night game in quotations. It started at 6, which is a lot later than it usually is. And it was wild because a lot of the people on my team have kids. And so they were all talking about like, oh yeah, who did you get to watch your kids? And I don't know, it was like the most parentally vibed conversation that I've had with these people yet.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was super weird. But also in the same breath, they were all like, haha, 420 was so fun yesterday. And I was like, what is going on? But no, it was really fun. Everyone from my team was there except for one player, which was really cool, but also I just was not on the field as much. So I'm not tired today, which is super awesome, but also
it's a win.
yeah, it was fun. It was very fun to see like kind of the dynamic of the whole team being together. And yeah, we did not win, which
Classic.
is kind of
Oh,
the norm for us this season, but we did still play well. It was a little windier, so we got to do some fun things with a zone defense for our Frizz inclined listeners. I actually finally understand how to be part of a wall now. The zone that we played in college, it just was not at all close to anything that I play here, and like the things were clicking. So, and I had like a super sick D where I just totally knocked down somebody's throw. So that was fun. And then, yeah, earlier Sunday, I went to a tulip field with Kira.
there you go. I was like, is she gonna remember? I
It
don't
was
know.
really fun. A
It
lot of
seems-
things happened this weekend, you guys.
It
been
was
a social
busy
butterfly.
weekend. Well, we had tried to go to the tulips a couple weekends ago, if you remember, dear listener.
Yeah.
But that was the weekend that my back windshield got smashed, so we were delayed. And I was like, I really want to see these tulips. And there's just, like, this is peak bloom. The tulips are dying. After this week, they're gonna be maybe still around, but just like not, they're not gonna be their tulipy shape.
Yeah.
All the petals are gonna
They
start
get
falling
kind
down.
of battered, you know?
Yeah, and they also get trampled with all the people that are visiting them. But it was really beautiful. We went to Tulip Town, which is kind of the classic one. There's a ton of tulip fields in, I think it's Skagit Valley or Skagit Valley.
I've been told it's Skagit.
Yeah, okay.
But famously, people could be lying to me to just hear me say things silly. So.
Well, Matthieu also
I said
thinks that
sketchy for a while, and that's just not it. So
he said it to like aggressively. Anyways, it was really fun. I think we got to take a bunch of fun photos and frolic in the flowers, and it was a beautiful day, which was really nice.
It was really funny because Kira and I just kept on being in places where we weren't supposed to be for like long amounts of time.
Yeah, at least like 10 to 15 minutes in certain places, and then some security person would come along and go, "You're not supposed to be here." Maybe not in that meeting.
Yeah, no. It was just kind of like, oh yeah, like this isn't really a place that we want people to be here. And we were like, oh, that's wild because like we've been here for a while.
Yeah, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're totally fine. You're not disrupting anything, but for the others."
Yeah.
And then we would just move to another place we weren't supposed to be at, apparently.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like all of the places where you would want to be, you're not supposed to. Like, if you want to be near the tulips, you're not supposed to be there. If you want to be like in the tulips, you're not supposed to be there. But you can like look at them from really far away. But also, I'm just saying that like as long as you're there for less than 10 minutes, no one's gonna say anything probably. So
Yeah.
Stomp on as many tulips
don't
as you
do
can
that.
in 10
Don't do
minutes,
that.
and then
No.
Destructive personality, sir.
But it was really pretty, and we are gonna definitely post some of those pictures on Instagram
Yeah.
because it was a very Graham-worthy day, is what I was trying to say. So that was my Sunday, which
Yep.
was super great. It
It's a full Sunday.
was huge.
And then the Saturday, Sarah and Matthieu had a bunch of stuff going on, but I also had stuff going on in parallel.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen you all in a long time. So I
True.
got the cliff notes from Sarah, but give me the full rundown.
Cool. What did we do Saturday night? I genuinely don't. Okay, Saturday morning.
Maybe you should start with Friday night.
Okay, so Friday, a bunch of people.
Mostly our roommate.
Previous guest roommate and a current guest roommate,
And
And-
another person.
myself, and a friend.
Okay, and a friend. Okay, great. An assortment of people went out Friday night, and it was very, very fun. I had a great time. I think everyone else had a great time. It was emo night. Me and at least one other person. I don't know what the. Me and everyone except Sarah, I think, are very comfortable with that music. And then Sarah did great. Sarah did so well.
I think I know one of every like 5 songs, which was pretty good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
no,
terms
no,
of
no.
like going out to a place, that's like a pretty good record for me.
That's why I like this, is that they play songs that are like knowable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Well, especially because it's fun to have a themed night no matter what,
True.
but it's also really hard if you don't know any of the words to any song that plays the whole night.
Yes. I mean, that kind of defeats the like main advantage of a theme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you need to have a balance for the people who are real fans and then a balance for like the mainstream people.
It's true.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm just a mainstream normie. But yeah, no, we had a lot of fun. People got into the theme pretty hard. Like we said, Matthew's nails are black now, which is super fun.
Sarah had cool makeup.
I did,
Mhm.
yeah, our other friend did really cool makeup for me, which was fun. I usually don't have colors on my eyelids, and my eyelids were like a party. So that was great. Yeah, I don't know. Some rings were passed around, jewelry of kinds. We're piercing Matthew's ears after this episode.
Mhm.
It's gonna be
Stay
pretty
tuned.
exciting stuff. I got an ice cube and an apple ready. So
Sounds about right.
yeah, it was super
Yeah.
fun.
We'll post that on the Instagram too. And then on Saturday,
Yeah, so me and Sarah planned to do a hike like a while ago this Saturday.
because it's a free national parks day.
It was a free National Parks Day. We didn't go to a national park, so did it Saturday? No, but it felt like good timing and the weather was really, really nice Saturday. And then just the timing kind of didn't work out, but we got to the hike.
Yeah.
We left around
Well,
9.
okay, it's because we were hungover. I was
Yes,
hungover.
yes, that was the.
Just like
We did not have an early start and therefore could not do a longer hike because I was hungover and tired. And so yeah, you can keep going now. I just
Yeah.
didn't want you to censor too much.
Okay. Went to Blanca Lake, which probably nobody knows because I didn't know about it until recently. But super pretty. The like hikes, the amount of like very pretty hikes in Washington is kind of crazy.
it's so
Um,
exciting. It's so nice.
Mhm. However, a lot of them are also like on these like service roads, and I have a tiny car, so uh, it's always a little scary and sketchy, especially like passing cars on service roads is just the worst. But we made it. My car still seems to work, and the hike was very nice.
It's funny because at emo night, how else are you supposed to dance? I ask. Then headbanging and just shaking your head all over the place. And I was wearing a high ponytail, so of course I was whipping that thing around. But I woke up the next morning and I don't think my neck has, like, the muscles in my neck have ever hurt more. And then we're on this service road. It was what, like 3 miles long or something?
Yep.
Yeah, so it was like 3 miles long, and every time Matthew would get to like a pothole, he'd brake really hard because he was like, I didn't line this up right. So he'd brake really hard, and my head would go forward, and then he'd back up, and I'd be like, okay, and then he'd like swerve really hard and then accelerate to go forward again because he was like, I have to make up the time, and it was just like, okay, this is fine.
So basically, Sarah gave herself whiplash, and then Matthieu just made the problem worse.
I'm just saying, emo night, not for the weak. Driving in a tiny car on a service road, also not for the weak. So
Famously, Sarah does not drive.
famously, I do not drive. Famously, my car's also not that much bigger than Matthew's.
I would not.
Would be.
I would be so uncomfortable in your car. No service.
That's fair. Oh, I hear you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so super fun. Yeah, like Matthew said, the hike was really accessible. And therefore, I was kind of like, I want to run because I had the zoomies a little bit. I don't know. It was the first time that I had been like outside, in the outside, where it's pretty and there's space and
Like, not in an urban setting.
yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
So,
And I was just like, Matthew, what if we run? And then he was like, no. And I was like, but okay, what if we run? We could have more time by the lake. We could maybe do another hike. And it was he talked me down. It was good. But also, I don't know. I'm not saying that it could have been a lot of fun. But also I was also in a weakened state. We'll say that much. In terms of like the amount of sleep that I had had. So
You know what I've been making people do instead of running? Because I don't really like running.
super fair.
I've been making people skip with me.
Oh, that's so cute.
that's really
Oh
fun.
my god, you ready? We're gonna skip.
Oh my
Let's
God.
go. Yeah.
Wow.
It's great. It gets you places where you want to go.
Totally.
It's super joyful, and you're like zooming.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
All of the
Aw.
things.
Do you want
On
to
a
skip
hike?
some time together?
Yeah, let's do it. I did it on some nature walks, and it was very fun.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it was great. But my Saturday was also very eventful. So on Saturday, 420, woo. Not only was it a holiday for the US, but additionally it was my partner's birthday, and so I was over there and we went on a hike as well, and we went to a waterfall that I can't remember the name of. It was like Coal Creek something, Coyote Creek, coal, I don't know, some alliteration with like coal mining and an animal that starts with a C. And
Nice.
it was a really easy hike, more of a nature walk. It's probably like 3-4 miles or something. You could do different loops, but the loop we wanted to do, the road was close to it, so we just walked around for a while until we eventually found the waterfall. And
I mean, that's basically a hike.
yeah.
You know?
essentially. And we got there and it was really nice, but there was this huge tree that had fallen down in front of the waterfall, and I was like, dang it, we can't see the waterfall that well.
Oh.
And so I was like, I'm gonna climb through the tree and see it better. And I did, and it was great.
Amazing.
A little sketchy because it was a little bit slick from the water, but it was fine. And there was a lot of kids around because it was such a nice day. So we stayed there for a while and we're like, okay, too many kids, let's leave. But we did then go to Bellevue because he was just like, I want to do these things. And I was like, sure, it's your birthday. Let's do whatever you want to do. And we got boba in these very cute little robot like bottles, and they had little heads and little feet to them, and so all the boba looked like the shoes, and they had little eyeballs, and it was very cute.
Adorable.
And we walked around the big like park area in Bellevue and sat in the sun until it got cloudy, and it got cloudy real fast and abruptly. And as soon as it got cloudy, we're like, we need to go somewhere else and do the rest of our plans for the day, because in the afternoon we had planned to see some of our mutual friends to do an escape room, and the escape
sick.
room was at Lucurio. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, but shout out to them because it was a very fun escape room. It was like 75 minutes long, and it also had actors inside of it, which I wasn't
I've never,
expecting.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been in escape rooms, right?
I've never had anything with, like, other people besides, like, one person like that runs the thing that like will be like, "You guys
Yeah.
are fucking up.
Yeah.
Stop."
There's always someone like in the intercom that's like, wait, no, like, do you need a clue?
Yeah.
But this was really cool. I won't give any spoilers, but we did the Story Keeper. So it was all like you got this magical book that guided you along the way, which was an iPad. And it sent you prompts from there, but there were actors in it and it was great. And we were told we did really good, which they probably just told us to fan our egos and get us to come back, but it felt like we did good too. So that
Well,
was
and you
nice.
finished with double digits time left, right?
Yes, we did.
That's
That's
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, and they said they only had 2 to 3 groups per month that did that, and I was like, not too bad, not too bad.
Wow.
And we apparently got a minimal amount of clues because some clues are just built into it because it's like the storybook. But we got a minimal amount, so that's all good. And then after that, we decided to get dinner at this sushi place, and now I can't remember what it's called, but it had a lot of fun like specialty rolls like the Green Lake roll or the Ballard roll or something like that. You know, cute stuff. The Green Lake roll was so funny though because it had all of this green stuff on top that looked like all of like the green seaweed sludge on top of Green Lake. It didn't actually look like that, but I felt like that's what it was trying to emulate.
That's super funny.
But it tasted really good, very fresh. After that, oh, we got a whole thing of sake and we made him drink most of it. He was not sober, and then was like, "What do we do? Let's go get ice cream." We went and got ice cream, and he was so out of it, and it was really funny.
Like Seattle is sort of low key a very good city for ice cream.
Yeah.
Like, we have a lot of really good ice cream
It
places.
feels like there's a lot of artisan places,
Yeah.
that hand make their ice cream. But we have a vegan friend, and so we ended up going to Molly Moon's instead, which is still like, local to Seattle, but they're one of the few places that have vegan ice cream that's not just sorbet.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's like Frankie and Joe's. Also has very good
And
vegan
there's a
stuff.
baby goat, and
I think Salt and Straw also has like one or two flavors that
yeah,
are
Molly Moon's was closest.
yeah.
So that's where we ended up going. And then after that, we were like, let's celebrate 420 and play Catan. And I won Catan. Let it be known, I won Catan, and it was very impressive because I was behind the whole game. And then I got a city real quick, and I got a dev card, and I picked up the dev card, and it was a victory point. So be
Amazing.
happy, world. Kiera's a winner.
I'm so happy for you, Kira.
And that was the day. But it was an eventful day. Like I felt like we were doing something the whole
Yeah.
time.
That
Yeah.
was just one day.
That was one day.
That's enough to fill 2 weekends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Ice cream can be a whole day, you know?
well, arguably?
Yeah.
That was a real comment. I stand by that.
Very, very busy weekend. I am now heading towards like the last week before my final presentation for thesis, and then I've got a month after that to write all of the things or continue writing, but the big presentation is coming up. So that'll be fun, and I will be stressed for the next while, which is why lovely Sarah is going to edit.
I got you, girl.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's absolutely a pleasure for our fans. So, Kira, what are we going to be doing for our episode today?
So, our episode this week is going to be all about music because we've been teasing a singing podcast.
Singing podcast.
Singing podcast. And we have our most musical guest of the house here, Matthieu, obviously.
Matthieu loves to sing.
He's got the voice of an angel.
Yep.
Continue.
I feel like I've been implicitly directed not to sing for audience
great.
retention purposes.
No, Matthieu, what I said was that when you sing on the podcast, Kira and I will also sound really great.
Yeah, yes, that is true.
But now that that's over, we're not going to sing for you. Really. A little bit. It's still a musical theme. Our first part of the episode, we're going to talk about concerts, some of our favorite concerts we've been to, some of our favorite concerts we've seen, and we're giving you, girls and guys, guide to a perfect concert outing. Because I think it really depends on your preparation for how good of a concert evening you're going to have. Yeah. And also where you're going, obviously, but it changes depending on venue. So I can open the floor up. What is like the one thing that you always do before a concert to prepare? Like, what do you always bring? Or what kind of, do you always hydrate beforehand? Do you always bring XYZ? What is that thing that's going to help your concert going experience be good?
I think it's good to know what kind of bag policy the place that you're going to has,
Mm-hmm.
and slash or like how many things you actually need to bring. Because most of the time, I'm like a little card and my phone girly, and that's about it. Maybe I'll strap on my carabiner of keys, but like beyond that, I don't usually bring a lot of stuff. I'm not a big purse person. But it's important if you do have a bag to know, like, hey, can you have like a little clutch that won't have to be like searched through, or
Yeah.
will it have to go through one of those like
Metal
metal
detectors.
detectors, Or is
Yeah.
it like only clear bags? This is not a concert thing, but I have this clear fanny pack that Kiera gave me. Oh my god.
I did.
Kiera gave it to me for my birthday, because famously I love fanny packs, and there's a clear bag policy at my undergrad's football games, and they were like, no fanny packs. And I was like, excuse me, it's a clear fanny pack. And they were like, no fanny packs. And so do you know what I did? I know this is going to sound stressful. Just know that I still have the fanny pack.
Okay, good.
I hid it in a tree.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like, hey friend, watch me. And then I found a tree that was outside of the stadium, and I reached up real high and I wrapped it around the tree and I clicked it together, and then like, the 30 to 40,000 people that come to the Nebraska football games all whacked past this tree, and my fanny pack was just hidden in there, and then I got it at the end of the day. It was
That's
perfect.
so wonderful.
Yeah, you're lucky that
It
you.
was impressive.
One time I went to a concert in Las Vegas, and I'm an allergy kiddo. So I had an EpiPen with me, and the like security guard that we were going through, I think is maybe the one person that engaged with the public that's never seen an EpiPen before.
Oh no.
So they assumed it was some sort of hard drug thing, and I was like, no, and they would not be convinced. And so we decided to just like hide it somewhere because there were like medics there, and then get it afterwards. And when we left the concert, the people had like it was like a genre of music where people would have more stuff, but like they like cleared through the entire area and
Wow.
like made sure to throw out anything that anyone stashed. Um, yeah,
Wow.
and that was stupid. Yeah, lost EpiPen. It's a bummer.
One time I had a fanny pack as well, and it was just slightly too big, I guess, to go in. They're like, you could bring it in, but it's an inch too large. And I was like, all right. Like, you could put it in a locker, which doesn't have a lock, or you could, like, set it on top of the locker and hope it's there when you get back. And we were like, okay,
Why would there
thanks.
be a size limit for it's not an airplane.
I have no idea. It was so silly though. And so the only thing is I had just bought a new concealer, and it was like a fancier concealer. And it wasn't like crazy fancy. I think it probably cost me $15, but it was enough to be like, darn, I don't
Yeah.
want to get rid of this.
Well, and if it's brand new, there's a lot of concealer left in that bottle.
Exactly. I had literally gotten it like the week up, and so I was like, oh, I really want to keep this, but I can't bring it in. So I'll just stash it up here, up top, where no one can see it, hopefully, or like won't think to grab it. People will probably just go through the regular lockers. And when I came out, I was like, oh man, it's not there. Dang it. Like, at least I still have my cards and stuff. But then I searched around, and it fell behind the lockers.
Oh my goodness.
And so I was able to get
Honestly,
it.
if that was intentional, that would have been the move, you know?
The only thing that sucked then is it had fallen from a great height, and my concealer broke.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't like a shatter break, it was like the plastic had cracked and it just went everywhere. But it was fine. I still have that concealer.
Oh, what?
Whoa, okay.
I just taped it up and then, got as much as I could. I don't really use it anymore, but it still is around somewhere. It's travels with me.
She's got great skin, so she doesn't need it.
Recently, but anyways.
Thesis work is hard. Hey,
Notably stressful.
stressy is stressy.
Okay, so check their bag policy. What else do you do to ensure a good concert, Matthew?
Earplugs are super nice to have at concerts, even if you don't like wear them the entire time. Uh, like if it's a little too loud and like you're feeling like your hearing is getting hurt, it's so nice to be able to not have to worry about that. And if you want to go to more than like 5 concerts in your lifetime and still hear people, like would recommend.
Yeah, that's I had to do that for monster trucks.
That
Monster
makes
trucks
sense, yeah.
is so loud, and I'm so happy. I brought 3 pairs, and I used all of them for my friends.
Hearing her 6 ears.
I've been known to have 6 ears. I hear everything. But no, all of my friends were like, "Wow, we didn't realize how loud it would be." I realized I said that backwards as I was going out, but I'm like, we gotta keep going. We have to forge ahead. Um, well, my concert go-to trick is to bring a snack.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love having something to eat, and also, as much as I am down, I usually am like one treat. I'll get something while I'm here, just because it's super expensive, regardless when you go to a concert. But I always like to have goldfish or
Mm.
pretzels or cheeses or something, and
Mac and cheese. My bag.
sometimes it calls for that. Okay.
Hey.
Call back to our Renee Raff concert.
It's true.
Hopefully, you were here when that happened. Sarah and I did have to run across the street to a bus with a bag of mac and cheese, but we weren't hungry in the
It
venue.
was great. It was really great.
It was
Also, it
very
was so
needed.
funny. Like, the enjoyment we got alone of just eating the mac and cheese out of a bag was far more than we would have gotten just eating the mac and cheese before leaving.
And we got to the concert on time.
Heck yeah, we did. Heck yeah, we did.
Also, go a little bit early. Maybe.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's worth going early, especially if it's standing room only or like GA, because then you can get closer to the artist. I
Yeah.
feel like if you have your seat, it doesn't matter as much.
Well, so we say this, but remember a couple episodes ago, Bella and I had paid for specific seats for a comedy show. I know, again, not actually a concert scenario. I haven't been to that many concerts, let's be real. I'm trying to broaden the theme for my own experience. But anyways, we got to this place arguably later than we wanted to because we did not bring mac and cheese in a bag. We thought we were going to get dinner around, the area first, and then we ran out of time. But yeah, we got there like 15, 20 minutes early and then ended up standing in that long line for like 45 minutes. So I'm not saying that that's going to happen at every concert. I don't even think that it happens at most concerts. I just think that sometimes the people who are running the entrances and the little, x-ray
Yeah.
machines, they ain't going so fast, So give yourself some time. I've learned from my mistakes. Also, bring the mac and cheese in a bag.
Always food in the bag
Always. If you can put it in the bag,
and eat it.
you should do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it should be.
Well, are there any other like tips and tricks before we move on to the next like topic that I have for us? What other things do you do to make sure you're gonna have a good concert outing?
Bring a tote bag if I'm going to buy merch. Because I have I like collecting vinyl from concerts I go to. But it kind of sucks to like be on a train with a sort of solitary vinyl.
Like something that's very fragile.
Yeah, so I like stuff a tote bag in my pocket on the way there. It's a small thing, but
Yeah, my friends when the clear bag policy doesn't work, they just stuff stuff into their pockets.
Nice.
Or if it is in play, but it's a little sketchy then. So I guess wear an outfit with pockets.
There you go.
yeah,
There you
Maybe that's the more.
always.
go. Goated. Cargo pants, I'm hoping they're here to stay forever. Wow. I love pockets. These are so good. I'm not wearing any cargo pants right now, so it seems a little hypocritical, but you wouldn't know that. Dear
You would know a
listener.
lot of things.
It's right now.
I'm actually wearing cargo. Have you seen those videos where people wear pants as shirts? I'm also doing that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
You're so believable. I do know what you're talking about.
Put your arms to the sleeves.
Yeah.
I'll find one for you.
Those people are arguably cooler than us
I-
and can pull it off.
Okay.
I was about to say, you claim that you're cool enough to pull this off?
No, I'm claiming that those people don't sound very cool. Just my accusation.
Seen those people.
I was about to say you're making a lot of judgments based on not knowing a lot of things right now, Matthew.
Yes, I am.
Is the audience of Arguably Speaking gonna cancel Matthew?
Granted that Matthieu is one of the audience members.
Of that.
All right, so next prompt. What is your favorite concert that you've ever been to and why? And if you guys need a second to think, I can start.
Start.
Yeah, I thought it might take Matthieu a second to think because I think Matthew's probably been to the most concerts out of all of us. I'm probably somewhere in the middle, and then I think Sarah's been to the least amount of
I'm
concerts.
so confident that's right.
Yeah, but I think
Why did you say it like that?
That's true.
It is, but it's not a bad thing. I don't
Oh,
know.
it's
It's
not a
just
bad thing.
weird.
Okay.
Anyways, whatever. Sorry. I've also done a lot of things that y'all haven't done, so
You've ridden way more horses than I have.
yeah. Okay, Kiera, what's your favorite concert?
the favorite concert that I've ever been to is Conan Gray, and it's because there is no greater joy than knowing every single song that plays at a concert, and not just knowing the song, knowing every single word to every single song is special. And that is how I was when I went to, I think it was well, it was weird because COVID happened. So the first and second album, like they didn't have really differentiated tours. It got canceled and whatever, whatever. So it was between his first album, Kid Crow, and his second album, Super Ache. Um, and I think a couple of singles had been released from the second album, and we got some of those. But it was so great, and we were so close because I made my friends get there early. That was also the concert that had the fanny pack situation that I was just talking about. And so there were quite a few people there. But amazing in terms of just like, I really like this artist, and I also am so happy and joyful while being here. But the best concert I've probably ever been, energy wise and like ambiance wise, was Dua Lipa's concert,
Whoa.
Yeah.
and Megan Thee Stallion was opening.
Whoa.
That's how did you get Megan to open?
And we were in the pit.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
When did you do this?
My last year of college.
Wow.
Yeah, and my roommate was so excited because it was his favorite artist, and he was like, "I'm gonna get tickets no matter what. Do y'all want in on this?" And we were like, "Yeah." Tickets were $90 for the pit.
Yeah.
It was insane. So close. We got there early, and there was one aggressive person near us who was so tall and pushing people around, but they got kicked out of the venue. So that problem didn't last very long, but I probably wouldn't be in the pit again. It's a little bit much for me. And it was just like standing room, obviously, and stuff. But it was cool to see and have Dua be so close and Megan be so close, and they had just released a song together and they sang that song. So those are probably like the two big highlights. And I saw them in very quick succession, like 1 month and then the next month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are both huge concerts.
They were cool. But who wants to go next?
I think Matthew should go next.
Okay.
Unless you're not ready.
No,
but
I can go next.
Okay.
I feel like it's also hard to sort mine.
I did too. I cheated.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna way more than two. So Paramore's my favorite band, so that like basically has to be my favorite concert. Seeing them was really cool. Muna was also a really, really fun concert. Probably the most like fun concert I've been to. I saw Phoebe Bridgers and Bon Iver like in like outdoor venues, like at sunset tonight. And those are the right artists to see outdoors at night. Yeah, both of those were really, really cool. Phoebe basically just played Punisher, and it was a very, very cool concert. And I saw one of my favorite artists is Anais Mitchell, and she's like weirdly not as big as she should be. She wrote Hadestown for any theatery people.
Which
But-
is a great music.
Great, great musical that Sarah may or may not have heard yet.
I've not listened to it yet. I have been told that I should and that I would enjoy it, and I will soon.
Fake theater fan.
Yep.
Okay, arguably I was told to listen to this last week and I have not been
Just last week? It's been
It did come out last week, so
Well, okay.
It's okay. You don't have to
I will
justify
listen to it.
yourself.
I'm sorry. I will listen to it soon.
Yeah, but I got super close to the stage for that, and it was very, very cool. So that was just a sort of cool, like you can see the artist
Have you
sort
ever
of thing.
gone to the barricade before?
That was a barricade. I mean, it wasn't a barricade because it was like I could have like walked onto the stage if I wanted to, sort of thing. But it was like
Wow,
I was next to the stage.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've never been to the barricade. I've been close. Never quite there. Yeah.
Hmm.
Fun, fun. So, famously, have not been to a lot of concerts. I think I've been to three now. One with Bella, famously the other guest who has been on this podcast. Besides Cade,
Katie,
of
sure.
course. Besides Cade.
We've had a lot of guests on the podcast.
True, so true, very true, very true. And then obviously I went to the one that we talked about with Kiera, but the only other concert that I have been to was at the end of my undergrad, and it was a week before graduation, and it was a lot of fun. And I think honestly, it might have been my favorite concert, and I might just lose a couple of people here because I'm sorry, but I do like country music, and I know that not a lot of people do, and that's okay. But Kenny Chesney has been around and is cranking out songs for like 40 years. And like, I grew up on his music, and it's all just really happy. It's just like going to the beach, drinking, being happy, and, I don't know, singing about like story songs of like small towns and like football games and just very much like Americana, and the vibes were really good, and it was like my last real event with my roommates that I had lived with for two
Oh,
years. And
nice.
Yeah.
so it was really sweet, and it was his first, like he had been on tour for a little while, like it was towards the end of whatever the name of this tour was, but he had been playing mostly outdoor venues, and I guess hadn't been on tour since like COVID had been more aggressive kind of deal, and so he hadn't had like a big indoor stadium venue for a while. And so he played a couple of songs that he like didn't have on his set list,
Ooh.
and they
Nice.
were and they were like story songs that I like, yeah, essentially just grew up listening to, like things that my mom really liked, because she's, I don't know, she's very much like the old kind of like country kind
Classic
of,
country.
yeah, exactly. And so these are more of his like less pop country songs, and they're just about like growing up and like moving on, and I was like, I'm graduating and I'm like growing up and moving away from these people that I love, like, and and I just, oh, I cried so much during that concert, but it was really lovely too. And so, I don't know, it was great, it was really fun. I can't remember who opened. I think it was Kelsey Ballerini.
Oh,
She's
that's
fine.
great.
She's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
She's fun. And yeah, I don't know. It was great. We stayed to the end. He did like three encore songs, and we were like, what the heck is going, we thought we were gonna be home by now. Where are we? Randomly just like brought up a person from the crowd and like gave them the guitar he had been playing on. And
Oh.
like it was very weird ending. Like there was just a lot of stuff that happened. But yeah, it was super funny. Him and Kelsey Ballerini did a shot of tequila on the stage, and then Kelsey was like, "Yeah, we're going out tonight," and we were like, "Oh my God, are we gonna see Kelsey Ballerini at the Rail?" Which is like a dance place in Lincoln. It's like a bar that has dancing. It's not really a club, but we were like, that would be so crazy. But yeah, so it was really fun.
Yeah,
That's
honestly,
it.
country's making a comeback. Granted, it's very much pop country that's making a comeback, but
Yeah.
I think it's introducing the
Beyonce
younger,
country.
yeah, the younger age back into country.
I will say I listened to Beyonce's album because I was like, I gotta know.
It's a long album.
I don't love it. And that's okay. And that's okay. You can't love everything that an artist does, right?
Yeah, there's a couple standout songs, but I've only listened to it once, and it takes a while for pretty much any album to grow on me. Usually the first listen is never the best listen. That's how I feel. And but I also haven't wanted to listen to that album like a second time because I think it's so long.
That makes
Like
sense.
even in pop culture news, Taylor Swift just dropped a new album slash set of albums, and it's 31 songs, and that's a lot for me to digest. It's gonna take me a minute.
It's a lot of words.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, do
They
you want to
all
know?
sound the same.
Do you want to know
Ooh,
the
hot
joke?
takes! Hot takes! That might get you canceled.
Yeah, that was the.
Oof.
But
Yeah.
I agree. There are some that sound very similar.
Do you want to know the joke that one of the frisbee people made at my game?
Yeah.
So at the end of a game, you like make a little cheer for the other team,
Mhm.
and our like de facto cheer maker was like, "Okay, it's not very good, but it's got a lot of words." And then someone else on the team went like Taylor Swift's new album.
Dang. Dang. I do know there are also some standout songs. I've been listening to it. I've listened to it once all the way through, and then I've listened to a couple select songs that I was like, these are good. Like the Florence and the Machine collab, good.
Yes.
The Post Malone collab that is Post Malone's part, really good. I don't.
Two non-Taylor parts.
I know. I do love Taylor Swift. I went to her concert and it was amazing. I am a folklore and evermore girly for all time.
Yeah.
But
I feel like this is just a worse version. Like I do love those two albums, and this is just a worse version. This is not a Taylor Swift podcast, but I think it was just a worse version of those two albums, and I will stop talking now.
I'm not gonna stand by that and I yet. But I am
Okay.
gonna say that I do like folklore and evermore still better than this one.
So it's kind of the same thing as like what I just said.
I haven't listened to this one enough time. I'm giving it some time.
There's no cardigan on this album. You know?
Is
Is
that
there in
what-
August though?
No, there's not in August. There's not
August
This
is
Is Me
bad.
Trying. There's not in Exile.
Yeah. All right. We'll get.
Yeah, no.
I was about to say, I'm so
You can cut all of this.
It's worth
Okay.
this activity, Kiera.
Well, our
Good
next activity, we don't have too much time, but in the spirit of having an actual singing podcast, we're gonna sing for you. But not in that way. We're gonna play that song association game that you've seen probably on YouTube. Basically, they get these famous people to hear a word and then they have to sing or like say a song or rap that has that word in it. So if the word is cry, what word or what song do you think of immediately? And usually you have like 10 seconds to figure it out. Since we have multiple people, I think we can make it a competition. So one person, I have a handy dandy wheel that will spin. They'll spin the wheel, and then the other two people will try to come up with an answer as fast as they can.
Oh wow. Okay.
Granted, there might be some dead space here.
Yeah.
We'll try to figure it out as best as we can. And I can start out with the word, and then you guys can guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try and come up with a lyric. You mean.
Try to come up with it.
Okay.
I think
We're just supposed to start singing as fast as we can.
well, whoever sings the lyric of the song that has it, a word in it, first wins. So if you
Okay.
both start singing the same song, but you say the right word first, you would get the point.
Oh.
Does that make sense? So
Okay. It would be fortuitous for us to start the lyric that has the word in it.
well, if the word is believe and you say don't stop believing, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you start earlier with like
Right.
street lights, anyways, you get it? You
I
get
got
it?
you.
Just a slow town girl.
Just sing the whole song.
Don't sing, yeah, try to get there fast.
Believing. What if I just do that? No.
No.
That doesn't
Yeah,
work.
you need a little bit of context,
Okay,
but
okay.
maybe. I don't know, do your thing.
I'm ready.
We'll start off with hopefully an easy one. The first word that we have for song association is name.
Say my name, when no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't running games.
Ding ding ding.
Woo!
Good one, Sarah. Good one.
Beat that. Okay, I will spin next.
I'm not spinning because I realized that spinning is going to take a second for it to spin all the way around and then stop. So I'm just picking a word.
Okay,
Just so pick one that, yeah.
beautiful.
You're
No, no,
beautiful.
beautiful. Okay, you got it
well,
first.
it's hard because you can come up with songs pretty fast. Yeah.
You're just
Beautiful, it's
True.
and I saw your face. There you go.
in a crowded place.
That's a great song.
Yeah, it is.
Don't know
Arguably better
what
than
to do.
One Direction's.
Tears.
He's the reason for the teardrops on my guitar. The only thing that keeps me wishing on a wishing star. I don't know why, you know. There's so many songs
Too
with tears.
Swifty.
in them.
I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah, I guess it's technically
Sometimes
tears.
you get
but
tears. Yeah, I don't know.
it's-
Oof. Oof. What can I say? I only listen to happy music.
Alrighty, the next lyric that you have to find is Moon.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Good one.
Nice.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Oh, okay.
Moving forward, moving on.
Here we go. Tick, 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 tick. Life.
Life is a highway. I want it all night long.
Good one. Made
I
famous
feel like
by
there's no other. There's no other song.
another song that has the word life.
Be a dream.
Never heard
Yeah.
Shaboom.
That's a good one too.
Thanks.
Over.
I can buy myself flowers. That was also like a cheap one because I swear I looked at flowers before I said moon last time.
I hope
We can
I
come up
see
with words.
flowers.
We can come up with words without looking at a list of words, arguably.
It'd be easy to
Yeah, I do.
Give you all his flowers.
Alrighty, so
The
the next word that I'd like you to figure out is sweater.
I realized
Put
the
your
whole
hand
sweaters,
in
sweatshirt.
the holes of my sweater, 'cause it's too cold. Yeah. Yeah, I knew the name of the song. I just didn't remember how any of it went.
I want it to be dirt.
Don't put dirt on my grave just yet. Okay, that's a
I just
song
love
that
this
you don't
movie.
know because it's from Nashville, the show. If anybody remembers this, my mom loved this show. And Hayden Panettiere, I can't remember how to say her name. Anyways, obscure reference. It's a great song. It was one of my favorites for a while. It's like, come hell, come high water, you push on me, I'm gonna push back harder. I got a whole lot more than a little bit left. So don't put dirt on my grave just yet. It's good.
That's cute. I love it.
I'll
That's
play it
sweet.
for you sometime.
What was the one you were gonna do?
I realized it didn't have the word dirt in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was it gonna be?
It was by like a back road. It doesn't have the word dirt in it, but it feels like there's dirt in it. You know?
It feels like you would say dirt roads,
Yeah.
but yeah, body like a dirt road. That sounds not as good.
Back road, not that great either.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
There's got to be a lot of country
I was
songs with dirt
thinking.
roads.
I was thinking. I'm just a teenage dirt.
Oh yeah.
There's that Jay-Z song that with dirt on your shoulders or something. Yeah, but
Yeah.
how's that go?
Brush me off like some dirt on Jay-Z's shoulder. That's from Hobo Johnson's song.
Window.
Waving through a window. Whoa.
See, this is the hard part about making up words.
I don't think window was a bad. I think it was fine. I think we got a good answer.
Just choosing things around us. That's a good song too. One of the classics from high school, really.
Yeah.
All
Can I
right.
remember anything before waving through a window though? No. Can I remember anything
Sure.
after? No.
You don't need to.
It's so
That's
true.
the lovely part.
You knew what song it was gonna be, so that's good. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Your next word is night.
This should be easy.
Some
To
nights
net-
I stay.
Okay. I think yours actually has the word night, so I think you got it.
back.
And
Some nights I call it
I draw.
What was yours gonna be?
It was tonight, one of the two nights.
You know, we sang the fun song in 8th grade for choir.
America?
My
Oh, the fun.
eighth grade choir sang some nights. Okay.
Some that's a
Stay up, cashing in my bad mood. Mine was actually a fun medley.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was
Sunlight's
wild.
intro into Sunlight's full.
No.
Okay.
I'm confused by what you're saying, but okay. Anyways,
You know.
Disregard.
all I remember was that I tried out for a solo and I didn't get it, and the person that did get
Solo.
it didn't do that great. You got a solo? Well, good for you, Missy.
It was a really small
Kiera.
part. Didn't go to the same school
That's true. We did not go to the same school.
for middle school.
Kira says that we're childhood friends, but we didn't go to the same school.
By childhood friends, we were childhood acquaintances and then we were high school friends, you know? We were childhood mutual friends.
Okay. Your next word is mutual. No. Okay.
What?
I was just kidding. It was
So
just a
hard.
funny little joke. I want your next word to be break.
This is the part where I break free. You know what?
You were
gotta
gonna say
decide
break earlier,
You
though.
were. You gotta keep going.
Because it took her a while to get to the word break.
Whoever says the word first, whoever starts singing first.
Whoever
Start
says the
singing.
word first.
Oh.
Let's sing your song.
Don't break my heart, my ache. Why am I country?
Give my heart. I can try.
I
I don't know.
do that one too,
No.
but that's
So tell it to my heart,
My
my
achy,
achy,
breaky
breaking heart. I don't think you understand. I love that song. It's amazing.
that's
Very
classic.
funny.
And also, so is the "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." I love that one. The
Also,
first time I heard that was in the intro.
Soaring, flying.
Break is a good one.
Thank you. I tried my best.
Yeah. Well, I was doing Ariana Grande's classic "Break Free."
Nice. Amazing.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Alrighty. Why don't we have Matthieu do one more and then we each do one more?
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I love it.
A word. Book. That would be really hard.
But
I don't know.
okay. This
I
is
can
gonna be a
only-
stretch. Where are your law books? And then
The intro to Legally Blonde.
and then she goes, well, this vanity's real picturesque, but it started its life as a desk. Can you live without this? Can you live without that? What is it? I don't know what this is. It's her hair. Anyways,
Yeah.
but it doesn't actually say books in the.
The only song that came to mind was like "Story of Us" by Taylor Swift.
Oh,
But it's
next chapter.
Yeah, but it's like the story of us looks a lot like a tragedy now. Next chapter. But I'm like, where does it say book? It's got to say book in there. Some.
Well, and I was also thinking of unwritten, but
Oh yeah, there's so many things about writing. Are you thinking of a certain song?
That would be a good one for window.
that was fine.
No, I was just something I saw.
pretty-
There's the Book of Love.
Oh my god! Hello, my name is Elder
Oh, yeah.
Price, and I would like to share with you the most amazing book.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is the point.
The book of Mormon. You know, because it goes crazy. Anyways, okay. Who's going next?
Kira's going next. And the last word that I'm gonna do is mirror.
Just looking at the man. Yeah, in the mirror.
Asking
him to change his ways.
Da-da-da. No message could have been
Include
when I'm gonna make a word.
a better place.
You're gonna look at yourself
and
and
Make
make
the
that
change.
change.
Good
Good one.
Mhm.
good unison,
We
everyone.
both get the point on that one. Killer. I would like the next one. Do I get to go? Yeah?
Yeah, you're next.
Okay. I want the next one to be up.
If it's up, then it's up.
It's up.
That's so good. I thought
Well, I mean, there's so many songs with up, probably, but I can't.
it's just a hard word to like think of, you know?
Yeah.
I know you ain't in love with him. Break up with him. Break up with him.
Oh, I guess it's a lot of break up.
Oh, yeah.
It's a country song.
Break up with your boyfriend.
Some both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think break up is probably more common than just up.
Well, arguably, there has to be more ups than breakups because every breakup has an up.
Topology.
All right. What's your last word?
Apology, no.
To do some crazy like, where are your law books? Have you ever taken topology, girl? I hope that's in some musical somewhere. Okay, anyways.
Probably.
Cloud.
I looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Do, do, do. It's Joni Mitchell. Have you ever
Nice.
seen You've Got Mail? Anyways, it's a great movie. Everyone should watch it. It has Tom Hanks and that one pretty girl in it. And basically they chat through the interwebs and she owns a small town bookstore and
Bookstore.
that's a song that says book in it. JK. It's because it doesn't actually say book in it. But anyways, there's a joke in there that they become friends over where it's like blah blah blah. I love Joni Mitchell. Ugh, I don't like Joni Mitchell. Anyone who has that much to say about clouds is not someone I can trust, or something like that. And it's funny.
Thank you, Sarah. I
You're
appreciate
Nice.
It's a great song.
The only song I was thinking of was like On a Cloudy Day. Do you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
But I couldn't remember the lead up to
When
it.
it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
I got sunshine. There we go.
On
On a cloudy day.
Yeah, I was like, why can't I can't get the rest of the song. But
I guess you say what
Oh, okay.
make me feel that way, my girl.
My girl.
Talking
Talking
about
about.
my girl. My girl. Okay.
that was a song association game. Are there any fun songs that you thought of while we were saying these words? If there were, we'll make a poll. Or no, a questionnaire. A thing.
Yeah.
A thing where you can answer and be like, wow, you guys missed this really good song for the word up.
Yeah, please.
Well, you guys struggled. It was a
We
hard
tried our
work.
best. We tried our
Yeah.
best.
A flat line. See,
Also,
that,
the Book of Mormon was a great. We got there eventually.
yeah. You can
Yeah.
cut it to make it sound like we got it.
No, I think we should be genuine for our listeners. So,
I agree.
listeners, if you want to hear more of this, which of course you do, we post episodes every Wednesday to Spotify and YouTube. We are becoming more active on Instagram. Look for our post with the tulips. And who knows, if you guys really show a lot of love for this episode, maybe Kiera and I will make a reel of us doing blind karaoke.
Oh my
That'd be
goodness.
fun.
We've been talking about Matthew and I have been talking about that trend and how it might be fun to do a little partay sometime. So maybe Kira and I can turn it into a little reel for you guys, get some engagement on the gram.
It's just gonna be like many seconds of silence.
We cut those ones.
We also are so happy that we had a wonderful guest. Thank you, Matthew, for being here. Hopefully he didn't hate it because we've been trying to get him on for a while.
So bad by singing sounds in post, but I had fun.
But we will talk to you next time.
Arguably speaking. Bye.
Bye.